Hey guys, so today we are going to be focusing on how you can create a very luminous, fresh, dewy, beautiful, glowing look to your skin by only using a BB cream. So we are not using foundation today. You can put that away in your makeup bag, train case, wherever you keep your makeup products, and just use your BB cream today. And we're going to be pairing that with some of your favorite concealers, brighteners, and then also adding some really great, eyeshadow colors and how to kind of brighten up around your eyes as well. But I just really love very nice, warm, earthy browns and golds going into the fall season. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks, bye. All right, so we're going to start off with the BB cream. I really love using the L'Oreal BB cream. I use the shade in medium. Reason why I love this is because it's a really nice matte finish, and I'm pretty combination to oily skin type all year round, and I also have some pretty large pores. So this really, really helps even out my skin and make it look really natural. Next, I'm going to go in with the Porefessional Benefit Primer, and this I am applying on my cheek areas. Those are the areas where, like I said again, I have large pores, but I'm also going underneath the eyes as well, where I have some fine lines and a little bit of wrinkling going on. This I'm just gonna kind of apply also on my T-zone area, so applying it on the forehead, taking it down to the nose a little bit as well, and then apply a little bit on my chin right there. Next, I'm going to go in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This stuff is amazing. It really adds a nice luminous finish to the skin, but also helps brighten. I'm using this in the shade Ginger, and this is basically just going in the center area of my face, so I'm really gonna work to brighten the center of my face, and just kind of bringing it down in more of like a triangular shape right there underneath the eyes. And then I'm also going to apply it a little bit on my chin, so forehead, nose, under the eyes, cheeks, and the chin. And then also a little bit on the corners of my mouth because I have a little bit of discoloration over there as well. And I'm going to make a funny face. Next, I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender. This is really great. If you've never used a beauty blender before, you are seriously missing out. Basically, you wet it, squeeze out the excess water, and go ahead and bounce it on your skin as I'm doing it right now. And this will help really thin out the consistency of the product that you apply, whether it's concealer, foundation. You can even honestly apply your BB cream with this as well. It applies it really nicely. But this I'm just kind of going over the concealer, going over the areas where I applied the concealer, and it's just really nicely blending it into the skin without it looking too cakey or heavy on the face as well. Next, I'm going to go in with my favorite concealer. It's the Hourglass Corrective Concealer, I believe it's called. I have to check to see the exact name of it, but again, I'll link it down below. But this I'm just going over the areas where I have breakouts, scarring from breakouts. Like I said, I'm combination, so I do have acne prone skin. I'm also applying this above my eyebrows. So what this does is it really helps define the shape of my brows. So really nicely gives it a nice cut finish look to the brows when I come to fill it in. And then again, going back with the beauty blender to really help blend that in and smooth out the application of the concealer. And as you can see, I'm kind of pulling, which you don't want to do on the skin, so I am applying it a little bit incorrectly at the moment, but that's okay. But yeah, just kind of press, and pat on the skin. Next, I'm going to go in with my favorite foundation. It's the Bare Minerals Golden Medium Original Foundation, and I don't use this as a foundation. I actually use this to brighten up around the eyes. So I'm just using a a concealer brush to apply that under the eyes. Next, Mineral Veil. Again, Bare Minerals product, and I'm just using a full flawless brush to dust this on all over the face. It's a setting powder. Next, I'm going to go in with my Sonia Kashuk cream bronzer. Again, I do not remember the name of this, but I'll have to link it down below for you guys. I'm just applying it at a really nice angle and just very softly blending it in, so up and down motions. So it just creates a nice shadow right underneath my cheekbone. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and bronze. I'm using the Bare Minerals bronzer in Deep End. And this has a nice luminous finish. It does have a little bit of mica in it. So again, adding a little bit of a dewier bronzed finish to the skin. And I didn't mention the Sonia Kashuk deep bronzer is a matte finish, so really, really nicely contours right underneath the cheekbones. And then right there, as you see, I'm going back with the golden medium, whatever's left on the brush, and really cutting through the contour right underneath my cheekbone. Next, I'm going to go in with the BECCA highlight in Opal. This I'm just using, this is actually a blush brush that I'm using, and I'm just applying it directly onto the cheekbone area right there. So doing more like patting motions, so you don't want to sweep it too much. And then I'm going to go in with a Bare Minerals blush. This is the Natural High blush color. It's really beautiful. It's like a peachy pink color, and this basically goes right in between your highlight and your contour, so just very lightly sweeping that right across the cheeks. Next, I'm going in with the BB Cream Primer. This is the 5-in-1 BB Cream Primer by Bare Minerals. It's in the shade Candlelit Peach, and we're just applying this all over the eyelid and up to the brow bone. And I'm just using my fingers to do this. And then we're doing the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and I'm using the shade Cover. Really nice, very earthy brown, and this we're just buffing right into the crease. So we haven't done a highlight yet, we haven't done a base eyelid color yet, and this we're just doing circular motions. I'm just using a crease defining brush to just kind of more circular motions and sweeping this back and forth. Next, we're going to do the Top Shelf Bare Minerals eyeshadow palette, and I am going in with the color Cognac. This is a gorgeous coppery gold shade, a shade that honestly really complements a lot of different skin tones. I used to put this on pretty much everybody when I worked for the Bare Minerals company. Everybody ended up taking it home, so that's proof enough that it's a really great eyeshadow palette to work with. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Primal from the Urban Decay palette, and I'm just using a flat defining shadow brush to just really cut through the crease right there. So it's a very soft cut crease look, and you want to take your time with this. Don't overly blend or buff in the crease. You want to make sure you're not taking it too high or too low into the lash line area as well. And it just gives a nice defined application. And then you want to go back and blend, and I'm just using the same crease defining brush that I used to apply the first shadow. And then the next shade I'm going to use is called Mixologist. This color is gorgeous and actually looks super bright. I was sitting in front of a window, so it looks a lot brighter than it's supposed to at this moment, but really gorgeous. You do want to use a very light hand when applying this. So this goes right underneath the brows, so right on the brow bone, and then also in the inner corner of the eyes as well, to really help give that nice bright highlighted effect as well. And then I'm just using a clean shadow brush. This is actually a crease brush that I used to kind of blend in the shadows, the inner corner, and also the highlight color that we just applied as well. So you want to make sure you blend that in. Next, I'm going to line right underneath my lash line on the bottom lashes right there, and I'm using the shade Undone. This is a very deep, almost like a black brown. I don't want to say it's a very deep shade of black because obviously it looks a lot softer on. But just lining right underneath the lashes right there. I'm using an angled eyeliner brush to do so, and using more pressing motions versus swiping it back and forth. And then I'm going to go back with the first color, the first eyeshadow color that we applied in the crease, using a crease defining brush. Again, this is a different brush that I'm using. It's a little bit thinner, and we're just sweeping it back and forth over the eyeliner that we just applied right underneath the lashes. And again, just blend, blend, blend. You want to kind of smoke it out, so I'm just adding a little extra under there. And it should be nice and smoky under the eyes. And then I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. It's just a lash curler. I think I got this from Walgreens. But just curling the lashes. I like to kind of pulse it a couple of times because I feel like my lashes, my lashes aren't naturally curled, so I feel like they straighten out later on in the day. So really pulsing them a couple of times with the lash curler really gives it a nice curl. So it gives it time to straighten out later on. Next, I'm going in with the Lash Domination Volumizing Mascara from Bare Minerals. This mascara is amazing. It has biotin in it, so it actually helps lengthen and strengthen the lashes as well. And this, I'm just kind of starting at the roots and kind of wiggling it. The more you wiggle, the more volume it adds. The more you kind of brush through the lashes to begin with, the more length it'll add. So I want more volume because I have no lashes. So I'm just kind of starting at the roots and wiggling it all the way to the ends. And I like doing 2 coats, so I'm going to go back and do a second layer right there. Next, I'm going to go in with my Scandaleyes Nude eyeliner. I love this eyeliner because I feel like it just really opens up my eyes and really gives a nice defined look to the eyeliner that I put on underneath the lash line and the mascara I'm about to put on my bottom lashes. So really gives it a nice opened kind of like a 60s almost look to the eyes right there. And I did about 2 coats on the bottom lashes there as well. And then the brows. This I kind of sped up. I will do a brow tutorial later on to kind of show you what I do to kind of fill in my brows. But this I'm using my favorite brow product. It's the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Brunette, and I love this guy right here. It seriously is amazing. A little bit goes a long way, and I feel like it defines and shapes my brows perfectly. So I will be using this product in a lot of my tutorials, as you will notice. And there you go, perfect brows. And there's my dog, Kingston. For the lips, I use the Revlon Colorburst matte lip product. I think that's exactly what it's called. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But and I don't remember the name of this, so I'm going to have to link that for you below. And then glossing it over with Marvelous Moxie in Rule Breaker. And this is also a Bare Minerals lip gloss that I applied all over my lips. And then to give a little bit more of a bottom lip plumping effect, I did a little bit of the deep end bronzer right underneath my bottom lip right there. And that is my dewy everyday luminous look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. For more, please visit colagold.com. Thanks, and I'll see you guys soon.